Greetings, fellow members of the Esoteric Order of Gamers. It's time for another battle report, and this time we are playing, if I can just reach over here and get the box, Kill Team. Look, Kill Team.
Starter set, Kill Team.
Indeed, and we're playing a game of this for the very first time. I haven't played it yet, so you'll watch us bumble and make total fools of ourselves through this new rules set, even though it is pretty much the old Games Workshop roll to hit, roll to wound, roll to save system with just a few tweaky variations so they can justify getting hundreds of dollars more out of you.
Not that you're cynical or anything.
Check out the board.
Oh my god, look at the painting. Look at this Gothic architecture just rendered magnificently by Universal Head at great personal cost. Physically, mentally.
By the way, I'm Peter, Universal Head, and the man behind the camera is Will.
Hello. That's just... Yeah, I know you're going to look at this in due course during the game, but it is an incredible paint job. So,
Thank you, Will.
Playing this with the unpainted version as... Well, it just wouldn't meet my standards, so he had to do it.
No, it wouldn't meet any of our standards at all. So I am playing a Tower team, and Will is playing a Death Watch team. So he's got about 5 models, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 models. But of course, I'm a lot weaker, even though I'm a sort of shooty team. If he gets me into close combat, it's probably all over. So it'll be interesting to see how it works out and what this new system is like.
Indeed. Now, we've played some advanced moves too.
We played the scouting phase.
Scouting phase, and in the scouting phase, Peter picked find traps, which was totally pointless because I didn't choose set traps. I chose get an extra move. So one of my figures is going to get a free move at the start of the game.
Indeed, you chose.
Just for the precision fanatics out there.
Yep, just so you know, you chose take forward positions.
Take forward positions.
So before we start the game itself, Will gets to make a move with 20% of his force, which is just one model. So one model can do a normal move.
Okay, and it's going to be this guy with the chainsword down here who's squatting next to that objective, and he's going to go over to the side, get into cover. So he's within 2 inches of that and claims the objective.
Oh, there you go. He's got an objective already. Yeah! Right, so let's start the game with a roll-off. 2d6.
10. Beat that, sucker.
7. You have initiative, my
Excellent.
friend. Will has done his movement phase, and he's already coming around the side here, trying to get out over on my flank before he charges and chops me up into tiny pieces. And he's got 2 guys coming around over this side. And who else?
These guys are all on priority fire. What do you call that?
Readied.
Readied. They're all readied.
Right. And here are my...
It's a classic fire and movement tactic.
Here are my tower set up, by the way. I've got a couple behind here. This is a stealth Chasvri or Chashui or whatever, a stealth thing. Always amused that they're called stealth things when they're so huge and
they've got
clunky looking.
Sort of sight inhibition field or, wavelength modulation field that makes them phase in and out of visible spectrum.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I think that's probably it.
We've got some pathfinders down here, of course. Here's my leader hiding behind there. We've got a drone. It's a recon drone.
Yes, no one cares. Have a move.
Got a pathfinder up here. No, they want to see who's fighting who. Otherwise, it's just a mess. A couple of pathfinders, another stealth guy over there. So
on my side,
yes,
we've got a heavy bolter, and here he's got a bolt gun and a power maul. This fellow's got bolt gun, power sword. They've all got grenades. This fellow's got a xenophase blade, and he's got a power sword. So it's pretty, it's bolt guns and power swords and hurty things like that, and lots of grenades.
Right. So it's time for the psychic phase. We don't have any psychic units at all, so we go on to shooting.
Right.
First, all ready models shoot.
Those take turns choosing one ready model to shoot until all pass. So I assume because I've got the initiative, I shoot first?
That is correct.
Okay. Well, it's really tempting to use the heavy bolter on this guy.
Oh, where is the heavy bolter?
Here.
Can you see me? I don't think you can see me there.
Yes, of course I can. You moved the terrain after I placed him. I specifically positioned him so he could see you.
All right, can you put him
in a position? I even got down here.
Put him in a position where he can now, because at the moment he can't. Oh, through those teeny weeny little slats.
Yeah, you put the bolter through and you go bang.
Okay, I'll allow it. Thousands wouldn't.
It's not literal terrain, it's figurative.
Oh. Figurative terrain, is it?
Yes, it is. And it's within range because he's got a range of 36 inches.
Okay. So here we go. Will's about to use his heavy bolter. He's loaded in a Hellfire shell.
Cost me a command point.
Cost him a command point to do that.
But
and why have you done that, Will?
Because if I hit, the target suffers D3 mortal wounds instead of normal damage.
Ouchie, ouchie, ouch.
But I can only make a single hit roll with the weapon.
Ah! It's not all on your side, is it?
It's not that great after all. I'll spend the command point,
Yep.
but instead of using the Hellfire Shell, I'll use it to give me another shot.
Oh.
Okay,
What's that?
That's more bullets.
More bullets.
Plus one on the number of shots fired.
Load up, load up, load up with more bullets.
Here it comes. And I've got a weapon skill of 3+.
Roll it.
Ballistic skill 3+, rather. It's 2 hits.
2 hits. Right, now you got a wound. What's the strength?
5.
My toughness is 3, so you need a 3+ to wound.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, I know.
And
now I need to save.
-1 armor piercing.
Oh dear, and I've got a 5+ save, so I need 6.
Die. Take a flesh wound, something.
Oh, 2-1 snake eyes. Oh.
Yes.
That's 2 wounds, so then you roll 2 dice for the injury rolls and pick the worst result. Or the highest result. Oh no! 4+ out of action. Ah! You know, I thought I'd get at least 1 shot off.
No, see, this is why I deliberately set them up like that, to make sure of it. You know, these other guys will probably be unsighted now. I just want to take that guy out.
God, you've taken one out already. It's the first shot of the game.
Okay.
Help me.
And we've discovered that Peter has just barely by 0.5 millimetre, got this in range of my heavy bolter fellow over here, plus a whole lot of intervening terrain. So he's in cover.
Well, in
obscured.
fact, I could hit if actually this is long range, more than half the weapon's range characteristic. And so is yours.
No, it isn't. Mine's 36 inches.
Was it 18 inches from there to there?
No, it was about 14.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So, -1 to hit because it's on the edge of more than half range, if you remember that.
What's your range normally?
18 inches.
You're in 18 inches.
Yes, but more than half range.
Oh,
Right?
I see.
Right. So, -1 to hit, I need a 4+ usually, so it's a 5+.
I'm obscured as well.
And obscured as well. Ah, yes. 6+.
There's 6 to hit.
This isn't looking very good, is it?
You might pin him or something.
6+. Oh, 2 6s. Thank you very much.
Continuing a pattern of the last couple of days that I'm finding very wearing.
Will's lost every single game we've played this weekend.
Including a cooperative game of This War of Mine.
Strength of 4. What's your toughness?
4.
4, so it's equal, so I need a 4+. Come on. Like, be with me. One hit. There is no save modifier, unfortunately, so you get a save.
Against my... what?
You got a 3+ save.
Oh.
No.
Yes.
Oh! Oh! Ah!
Now, there's no pin rule in this game.
No, there's no pinning.
Okay.
Right.
So there are no consequences of that shot?
No.
Righto. So now it's my shot?
If you have any more readied figures, yes.
I do.
You've got lots.
How do we mark the ones that are fired? Seeing they've already got markers on them.
That's a good question. How about that? Hold on, I thought the Tau army was supposed to be the shooty army. What's going on? Your guys have got longer range with your bolt guns than I do on my pulse carbines.
Maybe you're more accurate than me.
I don't know. I don't. I'm not. They're just 4+ to hit. What are yours?
Where do I find that?
BS.
BS, 3+.
See, you can fire better. You can do everything better.
That's why there's more of you. It's like Ghosts versus Stormcasters in Age of Sigmar.
Oh, but I want to be on the tougher side.
It's time for you to suffer. Now you'll probably win.
You're firing. Point at your guy who's firing here.
He's here.
Just see him through there, believe it or not.
So it's -1 to hit and -2 because you're obscured, right? So it's -2 to hit. And I've got a weapon skill 3, so I need a 5+. I get rapid fire, 1 shot. I can get... Ooh.
No, you're not within half range, so you don't get double the number
but I
of
can use
attacks.
Kraken ammunition, which gives me +6 inches range. So what will that do? Yeah, that would make my range 30.
Yeah, I'm not within 15, mate.
Damn.
Good try, good try.
That's a good try. Okay. Oh, Dragonfire, +1 to hit when target obscured.
Ah! That's madness.
Okay, so we can ignore the obscuring, so it's -1 for long range. 1 dice. What does rapid fire mean?
Nothing.
Anything significant?
Okay,
in
this
here
case.
we go. So I need a 4+. Is that right? It's 3+ to hit, -1 for long range.
It's meaningless because you rolled a 2.
Bloody hell. Okay.
That's the one thing, isn't it? It's all this working out and you go, yes, and you roll and it's gone.
Took a pot shot at my dude with the rail rifle who had taken a shot and missed, and just hit him. Did a flesh wound, so he'll be -1 to hit from now on because he's got a flesh wound.
Yep.
It's my go, but I don't know if I can actually see anything else.
Has he fired yet?
He hasn't, no. Can you see anything?
Probably. I think so.
Yes, no, I think he can.
Yeah, I think he
He's
can.
up there on the building. So, let's fire here.
What's he got?
He's down there. He's got a... He's
shot.
got a rail rifle as well. 30-inch
Oh.
range. That's good.
Oh, that's not good.
What was the range? It was more than 15.
It was
wasn't
24 odd,
okay.
so yeah. It's
Right.
-1 to hit, -2 because he's obscured.
Yes. I can, in fact, when shooting in the shooting phase, +1 to hit until the end of this phase because he's got careful aim. So I think I'll spend a command point to get that.
Okay.
+1 to hit. So that is 4+. You're obscured, so it's 5+. It's long range, so it's 6+. With a +1 to hit, so it's 5+. Modifiers!
Go! It's modifier hell! And he rolls
one.
1.
Oh no! I'm starting to roll really badly during this game. I feel it's just going to go on like this.
Yes, let's hope so.
Why is it when you start at the start of the game to roll badly, it seems to go that way for the rest of the whole game?
Well, you've just cursed yourself.
That's just luck.
Okay.
That's it. That's the end of first round, and Will has taken out one of my Pathfinder guys, and he's done a flesh wound on another one. And unfortunately, I had a lot of guys who could shoot, but Will very carefully moved all his guys into cover, so I couldn't actually do any more shooting. So we'll see if we'll fix that situation next turn. Turn 2. Here we go.
Initiative?
Initiative is crucial.
11.
Oh, 11!
9. Close, but no
Will's got it
cigar.
again.
Yes. Now, what am I going to do?
Well, that's it for the movement phase in round 2. And Will, what have you done? You've moved a couple of guys around the side here. You're getting a little bit more bold.
And heavy bolter guy around here.
He's moved around there. And in answer to that, I've moved one of my stealth guys over the side there so we can see him. And I've moved some of these into position to get some nice fire lines against them as well. It's great. I really like this. There's a real atmosphere of sort of city fight here. And
There he is.
sneaking up and getting sight lines and all the rest of it.
Sci-fi gothic at its best.
Indeed.
Tell him, Peter.
He's done it again. He's taken another one out of action. It's this guy here who already had one flesh wound, and you just shot at him with he'll go out the top here. And despite the fact he was in cover and the whole bit, still managed to hit him and take him out of action.
Because I rolled a 6 on the wound table. It's just a lot of good luck in that rolling sequence. I think I got a 5 and a 5 and a 6 or something like that.
Right, I'm going to fire at you now.
What
And-
with?
I'm going to fire this guy at this guy.
Okay.
The guy with the chainsaws and the orange mohawk and all the rest of it. And the
Yes.
range is...
It's a very threatening figure, that one.
It is. It is about 10 inches. And it's this guy. He's got a pulse carbine, so unfortunately that is over half range.
Oh.
Very nice. I could start using marker lights, but you know, marker lights, you fire marker lights at figures and it makes them easier to hit for future things. But
Yes.
unfortunately, you know, when you've got the choice between getting a +1 later or trying to kill them now,
Should go the marker light.
I don't know.
Maybe, maybe
I
not.
don't know if it's a good idea, really. If I add one marker light, that means that I can re-roll hit rolls of 1. You know, that's not that great.
Oh, that's not that great, is it?
Yeah, I've got to get a couple. Unless I use command points to do an uplinked marker light, which means if I hit you, I can place D3 +1 marker light counters.
The troubles of command.
It is.
Making big decisions on marker lights.
You know, I'm going to fire at this guy instead, and I'm going to fire a marker light on him so my other guys can fire on him.
See, now you're starting to think.
Yeah, and he's going to use an uplink marker light. It's going to cost me 2 command points, all of my remaining command points.
There we go.
I'm determined to take him out.
Make sure you hit.
Range is 8. Marker light range is 36 inches, so laughing there. It's not at long range, but you are obscured, which is -1. So I need a 4+ to hit and you're a 5+ to hit.
This is where the action's taking place. Firing marker lights through that window.
When shooting this shooting phase. Oh no, that takes more command points, which I've just used. I just spent 2 command points for a 5+ chance to hit with a marker light.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No, I changed my mind. I'm not going to fire the marker light because it's just 1 dice with a 5+ chance to hit. Instead, I can do 2 dice with a 5+ chance to hit and actually try and do some damage.
Go on then.
So, I'm thinking short term. And I miss.
Oh dear, this is really starting to turn into a Belford rolling scenario.
Right, you're rolling really well.
Yeah. And you're rolling really poorly. Long may it continue. Now, I could, when shooting, add 1 to the number of shots fired.
I'm not doing well at all. These guys have all shot and missed. The tower not doing very well at all. So we're now down to normal shooting, and Will is about to try and take out my stealth. So
Range of heavy flamer. That would have been fun.
Out of range of heavy flamer. Thank you.
How many hit points has this guy got?
Hit points.
You know, wounds, lives.
I think he's got a strength of 12, dexterity of 18, charisma of 1. He has, he's got wounds of 2.
Wounds of 2.
Yep.
Okay. So I've got a choice. I could spend a command point to hit him with a Hellfire Shell, which, if it hits, I only get 1 attack, but if it hits, you do D3 mortal wounds, so that would wipe him off. Or I could do 3 shots with the Heavy Bolter, potentially 4 by spending a command point.
Choices.
What do you think, people? What's the best odds? 1 roll with 3 automatic wounds, or potentially 4 rolls with normal chances to hit? What's your armour? Your toughness?
Toughness is 4.
So I've got a -1 armor piece, so it'll be 3+.
Well, this makes for good
I'm
television.
going to go for it.
Which one?
I'm going to use the Hellfire Shell.
Okay.
Okay?
Does this do mortal wounds, does it?
It does. And it's only no -1 for that, so it's only -1 for cover, so I need a 4+.
No. No! Ah! Rolls a 2.
Curses!
Read it and weep.
Curses!
You chose poorly. It's really harsh.
He's using a burst gun. He needs a 6 with 4 dice.
Burst cannon.
Burst cannon.
Yeah. With a 4+ to shoot, it's just not great. And with a -1 for range and a -1 for obscured, suddenly you need a 6.
Yep, you do. Got to get closer.
Come on. Luck on my side.
No, 3 5s.
3 5s.
That's a pretty disappointing roll.
I just can't seem to hit the side of a barn. Well, certainly not a powered armoured soldier hiding on the other side of the barn with gaps in the barn door.
Just not. You should practice more. Those of you who've seen these videos before have often heard me complaining about the vagaries of the dice in this particular style of game where you do the roll to a hit, roll to hit, roll to wound, roll to save, etc. And this time Peter's really suffering because I rolled a 5, I needed a 3+ to hit, I rolled a 4, I needed a 5+ to damage, I did a 6, and now I've rolled a 6 on the wound table, so here's another one out of action.
I mean, let's point out also that I'm needing like 5s and 6s to roll and you're needing 3+ because you're using Dragonfire ammunition, which...
+1 to hit when target obscured, that's pretty devastating.
Yeah.
Hey look, it could be worse. I could be using Hellfire, always wounds on a 2+. I haven't even started with Kraken and Vengeance, which gives me extra range.
These Deathwatch guys are tough. Mm-hmm. I'm just falling like 9pence here because I'm just not hitting. I've got pretty poor chance to hit and I'm not having any success with the dice roll on those poor chances. So there goes another guy.
3 down. It's going to be a bit of a morale check at the end of this turn, I think.
This is not good.
Come on, you can do it.
Now hold on, I fired this leader before and I didn't take into account the drone next to him.
Well, I did ask you that.
And I'm also making mistakes with the rules. Right, this guy over here can fire at him.
What would the drone have done?
It would have wouldn't have suffered obscure modifier.
You've got to remember this stuff.
I know. So he's firing at him. There's the marker, and he has got...
It's a range of 9.5 inches.
Oh, surely it's 9.
I'm afraid it's not 9.
Oh, it's long range again.
It's 9 from the tip of his cannon.
I think by the time you actually get within, are you recording this? By the time you actually get within short range of my weapons, you'll be charging me and
Yes, that's the
making
plan.
mincemeat.
This is why I've been doing this.
4 dice. So again, you see, it's long range, and you're obscured. So another -2. So it's 6+ to hit.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's really hard.
Come on,
I
you
haven't
can
got
do
any
it.
command points, so I can't get anything extra. Not good.
You haven't got a drone or any other modifier?
No. And
No,
nothing.
6s.
This is what's happening to me. Help, you Tau players out there. Save me. What am I doing wrong?
Well, yeah, you've got to remember those modifiers. This is the trick with these games. You win by knowing what your special things are. And unfortunately, in my case, Peter did a whole lot of work before I turned up here and created these own versions of the character sheets which have an explanation of things like, what does transhuman psychology mean?
Yes, and it also has the tactics all written down there on the sheet at the bottom as well.
Yes, it's very, very helpful. Without this, I would be doomed.
But still, there's a lot of information to soak in. But then again, it's only our first game of Guild Team, and you know us here on the Esoteric Order of Gamers. We do one game where we muddle through the rules for the first time, then we never get around to doing another one.
That's right. And why is that? It's right behind Peter. So many. And that's not including all the ones over here. And over here. Meanwhile, it's a lovely day outside.
Yes, we should be out in the sun. What are we doing inside playing war games? Because it's fun! Right, can I shoot at something else?
Have you got
Yes,
anyone else
can.
in
This
shooting?
guy here.
Hang on. It's my go.
Oh, okay. That's the end of turn 2, and things are not looking good for the tower. I've lost 3 figures already, and my shooting has been woeful. I just can't seem to get a hit in, whereas Will is rolling very well, and also is incredibly powerful.
Yes.
Deathwatch are really tough, especially with those vicious different types of ammo that they have. And I'm just missing my chances to hit, not doing well.
They do seem somewhat overpowered, I've got to admit. I'm wondering whether they're... Because we've both been forgetting things, of course, because there's so many variables. I just worked out that my leader gives me an extra command point every turn, for example. Small but important detail.
Oh, well, it doesn't seem to have hurt your chances so far.
We also just worked out that rapid fire means you get 2 shots when you're in close range, which I asked about earlier, and Peter said, no, don't worry about it, because I was firing at long range.
Yeah.
So I just missed a couple of shots where I should have got 2 shots. But
as usual, we'll just assume that I had every single rule in my head, and I just bring it up and remind him.
You do have a compendious knowledge of these things. I do rely on you for this. I know it's only the first time you've played the game, but that's no excuse.
Help me! Will has had his movement turn at the start of round 3, and he's brought his heavy weapons guy right out into the open there. He's just getting so cocky. He knows there's no threat whatsoever from my team. He doesn't care. It's just right out in the open. Yep, should be fine. Over here, he's got a guy on the other side of that wall within 2 inches of that objective, which is nicely done. He's brought his guy from the top of the building down to the bottom of the building. There he is in the back there, no doubt heading for that objective in the front. And his other guys are starting to move into the building here where they're going to take on my guys, who now feel like they're just terrified, quivering in their very sci-fi suits, and thinking, really, these stupid weapons aren't protecting us.
Now it's time to launch a ferocious counterattack.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do now.
4 dice with the burst cannon.
Yes, my stealth guy here, he is going to attack you. You're out in the open there. It's an assault 4 weapon. It's 4 dice. There's no modifier for terrain, and there's no modifier for range. So it's 4 dice at 4+. This is my chance to get a really, really good roll and start turning the tide of this battle. It's going to happen. Here we go. Oh! Look at that! Unbelievable!
That's a pretty
So you just got
sensational...
to believe.
No, you just got to be lucky.
Okay, now I've just got a wound.
Got a toughness of 4.
Strength of 5. You've got 4, so it's
3
plus. Come on, let's do it again. Here we go. Oh, not
Quite
so
so good.
exciting, but
2
2
hits.
hits, that's not too bad. We have a save. There's no save modifier, so what's your save?
The save is 3 plus.
Oh, 3+ save. It's madness.
It's pretty bad. And I saved both of them.
Oh, no.
3 plus save is pretty good. It's the Temple of Despair over there.
For a moment, there was a bit of excitement.
A glimmer of hope. A faint ray of sunshine
Right.
had come into the underworld.
I have other weapons attacking because you haven't ready with any. I've got my other guy with the burst cannon here. Here he is. He is firing at him, and I'm going to specify that the recon drone gives him recon suite ability, which means he doesn't suffer penalties for you being.
Can you actually
obscured.
see that guy?
Yes, God, yeah. Heaps of him.
Okay.
So that's 8. That's under thing. There's no penalty for range. So again, it is 4 dice. He's using a burst cannon. 4 dice. 4 plus. And he can use a command point to get more bullets. So +1 to the number of shots fired. So it's 5 dice.
Jeepers.
Here we go. Here we go. It's going to be 4 plus. It's going to be a hit. Here we go.
It's 3 hits.
That's pretty good.
Toughness is 4.
Now, hold on, I've got a wound with the bloody thing's foot now.
Oh.
Wound is, sorry.
Isn't that what you use toughness for?
Yep, same thing. 5 versus 4, 3 plus.
1 hit.
Oh, God. Now you get a save.
My save is 3 plus.
Oh, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. This is how I felt playing Age of Sigmar. I just couldn't get a hit.
How could I possibly beat a Deathwatch team?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Except with another Deathwatch team. What?
It's a mystery to me. We're obviously getting something wrong.
Well, I'm going to be very interested to see what you kill team experts have to say out there, because how the hell am I supposed to actually wound these Deathwatch guys with those kind of odds?
Yeah, you've been needing a 6 to hit on just about every roll, which makes things very difficult.
Well, I had a good chance to hit there and I wounded, it's okay, but then 3 plus save?
3 plus save, yeah. 4 in 6 chances of saving.
Holy moly.
It's just diabolically bad odds to hit
Okay,
anything.
that's him. And then my leader is going to fire at you as well. No, he can't see you, so I have to fire at this one.
Okay.
And this range is 11 inches. He's playing with pulse carbine, so that is long range. So I need a 6.
You need a 6. Go for it. Got any modifiers? You got lots of command points.
I'm looking for things to do, but there's really nothing he's got. Yeah, good luck.
This is very dispiriting.
So after the debacle of me trying to fire, Will has a go with his guy, and he uses a big flamer and does like 4 hits that hit automatically, and my save is a 6 plus because it's got a -1 and my normal save is 5. What's the difference between these two firing things? One has no hope whatsoever, and the other one is pretty much guaranteed to wipe me out in one shot.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
What?
It's very hard to tell what's going on.
No, so that's 4 hits from the flamer on him. So
he's crisped.
He is crispy crunch. He is calcified. He is fried, toasted, julienned, served up for dinner with a garnish.
Fricassee. Off you go.
We'll just roll. We might as well roll the thing. So he's got 1 wound, so you get to roll 4 dice for the injury roll. And there's a 5 out of action. Right. This is getting a bit silly.
It is. 4 down for no... You haven't even hit me yet. Peter just did 2 hits. He rolled a 5 and a 6.
It's a rail
my
rifle
leader.
with this guy against his leader.
Okay.
No, I just have to damage. I've got a damage of strength of 6.
The toughness is 4.
So I need 3 plus.
Can he do it?
Will the luck continue? No, it won't.
No, that is just abominable rolling. Oh, everyone out there is suffering with you, Peter. They're all going, no! It's the face of deep disillusionment.
So Will just turned around and fired back at me, and bang, I'm dead. Just like that. Bang.
Yeah, it was rapid fire auto, bolt gun at short range, 2 dice, 2 hits. Because I had the Dragonfire ammunition, I had +1 to hit obscured targets.
Yeah, so I didn't get any cover. So actually, against Deathwatch, you can never have any cover, because all you have to do is choose one of those ones that avoids cover.
Yeah, you're better off running around in the open and just smashing people.
Yeah.
There's no benefit.
Yeah, I'm just dying like flies. Like flies. It's ridiculously unbalanced. Even though this is the same number of points, I think the Knight in the Tower are like 1 point less than the Overwatch, than the Deathwatch people.
There must be something key we're missing, but yeah, that you're right. That the flexibility of this ammunition is ridiculous. I can choose Dragonfire, which is +1 to hit when target obscured, or Hellfire, always wounds on 2+, or Kraken or Vengeance, which enable me to extend or reduce the range in exchange for armor piercing changes.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's that bolter, the bolt gun is incredible.
Obviating cover completely. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
Why
it is.
bother having cover if it's just not doing me any good at all?
Yeah, well there you go. We learned
Not to
that.
mention the fact that my toughness is mostly 3, which means that you're always going to wound on a 3+ pretty much always.
And what's your save?
My save is
4+.
Usually 4+ or 5. What is it? 5? No, usually 5+. These guys are 3+. But the
Save is
rest
5+. See, my toughness is 4 and my save is 3+ on everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, the numbers are utterly stacked against you.
Yeah, and I've got a few extra models, but because they just die like flies, who cares?
Yeah. Don't forget your rerolls. Been forgetting your rerolls.
Yep, burst cannon range just outside short range, so that's -2 again. Oh, he's not. No,
He's not in cover.
That's -1. So you're giving me concessions now because I'm sorry for.
He's not. He's not. He's standing in the open.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So what did I say? His BS is 5+. The drone.
It's a BS, all right.
So that's -1. So I need a 6.
Oh God, a 6 again.
It's crazy. 6. Good luck.
Okay, reroll.
No, I'm not going to spend my thing on a 6+. That's ridiculous.
Oh, you're right.
And Will has won the initiative again for the 4th time in a row.
Quite incredible. The rolling yesterday when we were playing, I was rolling that kind of roll, and today Peter is rolling that kind of roll, and I'm rolling 5s and 6s all the time.
Yep.
It's just lady luck,
Thus nature balances itself.
laughing in your face.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm charging with my leader. He's going to come screaming around the corner here, and he's attacking his leader.
And I have the ability for the greater good, so that means that when he declares a charge, any model within 6 inches of my leader can fire Overwatch. So they're all firing Overwatch at him. But it is like that because they have to hit on a 6. So here's my leader. No! Here's my drone. No! And here's my stealth. No! They all miss.
Seriously, they need to hit on a 6 at point blank range.
Yes.
That can't be right.
Well, they're being charged. It's a freaky situation. It's just a pot shot.
Okay, you want to re-roll any of those?
That's a good point. Yes, because I do my reroll ability, which is tactical reroll. I think I will reroll for my stealth dude. And then I'm just going to give up in despair.
I make the charge move, so I've got to roll 2d6 to see how far I move. I must end the move within at least 1 inch of at least one target. 8.
8.
Oh, is it going to be
I don't
enough?
know. You've got to sidestep around your own model.
It's annoying. I think I can get there.
Oh.
Yeah, I can certainly get within an inch of him. I can get to about there. Yep, I'm within an inch of your leader. Yes. So I'm going to attack you with my Xenophase blade.
Hold on. You don't attack now. You've done your charge move. You don't attack until the fight phase.
Okay, now you can retreat, can't you? No.
No, I chose to fire Overwatch, not retreat. So Will's commander has charged into combat against my commander. It's Commando versus Commando, mano in mano, and he is using a Xenophase blade. And
Yes.
what else? Another command ability, which is called
Decapitation Doctrine, which means until the end of the phase I can re-roll failed wound rolls that target an enemy leader.
Oh, good. Excellent. So there's no modifiers.
No, so I've
What's
got
your weapon
strength
skill?
of 4. No, it's
Weapon
strength.
skill.
Use a weapon skill 3+, of course.
Of course. 3+.
So it's just 1 attack. No, attacks 3.
3 with
3
Xenophage.
attacks with a 3+.
This is what this blade was made for.
2 hits.
Just 2 hits.
Can't re-roll. Can I re-roll anything?
My toughness is 3.
I can re-roll failed wound rolls that target an enemy leader.
Right.
Okay. Strength is 4.
Toughness 3, 3 plus.
1 hit.
And that's 1 hit. And now I get a save where the save modifier is what?
-3.
Alright, my save is 5. Forget it. -3.
And you finally rolled a 6.
-3.
Yes, it's a Xenophase blade. It just says,
And how much damage does the Xenophase blade do?
does 1.
Not just 1.
Yeah.
After all that, it just does 1 damage.
Does 1 damage.
I've got 2. Oh no, I've only got 1 wound. You'd think as my commander would have 2 wounds, wouldn't you?
Don't I have to roll on the table now to see what happens to him?
Yes. Notice the frustration in my
It's
voice,
just a
folks?
flesh wound.
Oh, it's just a flesh wound. He obviously just cut off his arm. Went, all right, it's only a flesh wound.
It's only a flesh
Come
wound.
back here and I'll bleed on you.
Well, folks, that was Kill Team, our first game of Kill Team. I like the system. It's a great little system. I think it's an improvement on the usual sort of close combat skirmish system that's used in Necromunda. Because of the alternating activations in shooting and close combat. That's great. That's all good. I just think the point system is a joke.
Yeah, we ended up with...
Deathwatch, 100 points, is nowhere near the same as death points, as 100 points of Tau. Tau did not have a chance. I did not so much as dent the armour of one Deathwatch Marine through the whole thing.
Didn't do a hit.
Will did roll very well. He had a lot of luck and I had bad luck too, but still. Utterly unbalanced forces. I'd be really interested if people out there who play a lot more of Kill Team have any opinion on this. Let me know what we did wrong or whether we just had bad luck, but I really just cannot see any chance of a Tau group beating a Deathwatch Marines group.
No, because you needed a 6 to hit on just about every single roll.
Well,
And then you're-
that bad, but,
You need a lot of
altogether-
6s, and then you're saving on a 4+, and I'm saving on a 3+, and
And then
basically...
I got into close combat. None of my Tau guys had any close combat weapons. I know all those things can be fixed up in the list and everything, but I just didn't have the points to include close combat weapons as well. I don't think there are many in the list anyway, and so once, they're just mashed potatoes when the Marines get up close to them.
Yeah, it was Blitzkrieg, it was German panzers versus Polish cavalry, really.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because, as you said, it's actually a really good game system. I like it.
Well, it just means that I'm just going to put the Tau back on the shelf. There were just some leftover models that I'd painted up one rainy holiday. So I'm just going to make another team. I think I'm not going to have a Deathwatch team again because the bullet business is ridiculous. Being able to choose those bullets, being able to choose a bullet that ignores cover whenever you want it is just crazy.
Yeah, that really
so I
stuffed
think
it.
I will just get out some bog standard Marines to make a kill team and against some Gene Stealer hybrids or something like that. Or maybe the ones that are in the box, the Adeptus Mechanicus team.
Oh, hear that, Tal? That was your one.
Yeah.
Your last hurrah. You're back in the cabinet with all the others.
I thought the great thing about the Tower...
Help me out.
The great thing about the Tower was supposed to be that they were fantastic shooters, but they're not.
No, they're crap.
They're just simply not. They've got like 4+ ballistic skill.
Yep.
I mean, at least give them 3+ ballistic skill. So they've got an advantage in shooting.
Yeah, it's disappointing because, as we said, the system works really well, the way they've arranged the order of things. It's all very cleverly done.
And I have to say that it's pretty easy to keep track of all the stats and everything. This is my own sheet where I actually spell out what the abilities are. I'd love to make this available to you all, but it's actually custom done for whatever your team is in InDesign. Can't really make that a thing that anyone else can use. But it's the only way to do it, because look, I had to write down all the tactics that you get, and of course in the set there's the basic set of command tactics that you get, but there's only one set in the box set, so if you both want to have those cards in hand, you can't do that.
So I'll just show you quickly what he's talking about there. This is the tactics sheet that Peter made for my side. So he's got all of the things you can spend command points on, basically, summarised on a piece of paper. That's quite easy for you to do. This track is basically the same as the one that comes in the box. Anything that's different is the explanation of the actual abilities. Now you could always put them on a sheet on the side just so that you don't have to keep looking up the rule book.
Yeah, I mean, having a reference sheet which just has trait names, unless you've got the most incredible memory in the world, and you have to look that up in the book every time, which I don't know how anyone plays a game like that, having to look up traits all the time. It'd just be absolutely crazy.
But this is just another example of the amount of effort that that Peter puts into these games, quite apart from the painting of the figures and the terrain, but all the preparation in this, which means that somebody like me can come bumbling along and pick the game up in about 10 minutes, get a few things wrong, and still cane his ass by rolling really well.
Anyway, folks, that's another battle report between Will
Hello,
and
goodbye.
Universal. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this anyway, even though it was a bit of a debacle. In fact, both our games this weekend have been a bit of a debacle.
It's been a shambles. We're going to have to do better in the next one.
Yeah, but they're still fun. They're always fun because gaming is fun. So, Esoteric Order of Gamers, orderofgamers.com, also on Patreon. Check it out. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.
Bye now.